So I've got to get your bird back. Can do. Where is she? Oh, there she is. Okay, so I've got to get the old man who's talking bird back. Eventually. Now, where the hell do I get instruments? Oh. Come on, damn it.
What's your, most affordable instrument?
A flute?
That's cute. The flute, right? And how much for the flute? I'm guessing that's 1 Aaron?
Okay.
I'll have the flute. That's 1 Aaron, isn't it?
Okay, that's kind of funny. Do I got a flute? Come on, give me the flute. Give me the flute, damn it.
As luck would have it, I
There we go.
actually know how to play a flute. Not very well, but I'm sure the, Mojal won't mind.
I don't. Thank you. Like I said, I don't care what the Mojal minds. Got a job to do, and I already wasted like 3 hours listening to an old man about his maritime stories. Look
It's
at
a
it
wooden
first.
flute.
Okay. I guess that's just testing it. Okay, no, talk to you first, I guess.
How are you today, then?
Like you care.
Listen, shut up.
Bye.
Wait, I'll give him this.
I'm
Okay.
ready to play some music if you're ready to sign.
Aye, go on, but don't stop until I'm done signing, or the Mojal will surely wreak vengeance on us both.
I doubt that. I doubt that highly.
Done. Here you go. And don't ever ask me to sign anything ever again.
Don't ever try to buy a
I
map
can
again.
pretty much guarantee you that.
That was not worth the trouble. What if I never have to deliver a map to the Rolling Man for like a week? You ever think about that, April? No, it stalls. Can I talk to Bird? And be like, hey Bird, your man misses you. How about I bust you out here, you fly the coop. Literally, you fly the coop.
It's a talking bird.
Nope, can't talk to him. Actually, do I just give you this? Yeah.
Right. Your next assignment is a map of Shangagriel to the Rolling Man. Hold on. Did you not ask me about him earlier today?
No, that wasn't me. That was somebody else.
I could have sworn. Well, no matter. Do you know how to get to the Rolling Man's house?
I forget.
That was amazingly
Let me
convenient.
explain then. Now, pay attention because this is complicated. He has chosen to live in the most inaccessible place in the city, but
Right.
I guess he has his reasons. First, you head west off the marketplace on Oak until you get to a tiny little apothecary, Mrs. Cassop's Herbs and Oils, where you turn north on South Street. Confusing that, for about 4 minutes of brisk walking. That's when you see a large grove of trees. It's a memorial to those who died in the last war with the tyrant back.
Wait, am I meant to be taking note of this?
Can't see why they choose to remind us of that, where you'll turn left.
That's west?
No, left. That'll take you back south, but to North Street instead. And that keeps you out of the Dalmari neighborhood. Down that way, nasty, nasty neighborhoods. Keep walking south for about, or was that north? Wait, north on South Street, south on North Street, or the other way around. Anyway, find the Rose Bridge off.
Should I get a pen and paper?
And cross it.
There's a river?
No, just a bridge. The river disappeared 500 years ago. No one knows what happened to it. After you've crossed the bridge, you'll be on the western slopes of Arcadia.
And that's where West House... I mean,
please let this be a thing where he'll go through all of the
No,
instructions, then
far
a little
from
blip
it,
will
but you
just
need
pop
to
up
pass
saying
through that
Rolling
part
Man's
of
house.
Arcadia to get to the Rolling Man. Keep south and watch out for the livestock. They're likely to attack in that part of town. Eventually you'll get to a large circular square. That's where they used to hold executions back when the city was civilized.
A more civilized weapon.
Civilized.
Better than
But
locking
a more
people up
civilized
for years, as any
age.
level-headed person would tell you. Our freedom cannot be curtailed. Real men choose the honor of death to the shame of incarceration.
That kind of makes sense.
Sure you do.
Kind of makes
Circle
sense.
around the square and head down Tandak for half a mile. Or should that be Park Lane? Yes, Park Lane. Head west on Park Lane for half a mile. Then turn right at the Maiden's Honor
I don't know
Tavern.
where any of this is.
North again?
Should I be around here somewhere now?
No, west. Park Lane has a few twists.
Actually,
and
there's been a lot of
turns.
west,
Anyway,
so I'm
you
probably
should now
here.
be able to see the Ivory Tower.
Is it a big tower?
No, only about 5
is it
feet
that?
tall, but it's ivory, straight from the coast of the Southlands, bravely cut from the drooling jaws of the gruesome Kandar.
Big creature, 4 legs, large ears, long snout, sort of grayish in color?
Yes, the horror of the Southlands. Many a brave hunter has fallen victim to its ravaging hunger.
So an elephant.
Good grief. Okay, then what?
Pass by the tower to the edge of the cliff and look down. The Rolling Man has built his home on the cliffside. It's a wonder he's not been washed away by the storms.
Oh, there it is.
I hope
Okay.
I got all that. Basically, go west until I hit the edge, right?
Yes, that would be correct.
Okay, thank God. Thank God for that. If I had to remember stops and turnings and things, that would not be good. I can't help you, Birdman, because I don't have a Orin on me. Well, that was quick.
That's probably Mr. Westhouse.
Anything I can look at?
Great view. Back home, a place like this would easily set you back tens of millions. Here, it's probably free.
Probably. I doubt it, but probably.
Hello, Mr. Westhouse?
Damn, Nation, what is it now? Oh, well, guess you're not calling on behalf of that son of a bitch Sanya, are you?
Sorry, I don't know who...
No, that's very unlikely. From what I hear, he doesn't much enjoy the company of women.
So is he
Who
gay?
in damnation are you?
April Ryan, sir.
Ryan? Doesn't sound very Northlandian. Are you by any chance from the coast of... Yeah, hold on. Ryan? April Ryan? I'll be damned. You're from Stark.
Well, yeah, my name is
Apparently.
standard and
Until
normal.
today, I thought I was just from Earth. I had no idea there were 2 of them.
Takes you by surprise, doesn't it? Well, goddamn. Sit down, Miss Ryan. Let me get you a drink.
I don't think she drinks.
The liquor over here stinks to high heaven. Magic pollutes the purity of the spirit, but I keep a bottle of Glenfiddich for special occasions.
Don't know what that is.
Thanks for the offer, sir, but I didn't
A lot
come
of this
here to have
episode
a
is me
drink.
just going, I don't know what that is.
Really? I see. This isn't a social call.
No, sorry.
Oh, no matter. It's still a pleasant surprise to meet someone from home. Now, what may I do for you?
You can stop drinking so we could talk. I got a delivery for you, yo.
I have a delivery for you.
A delivery?
Now give me an
When
errand.
did the U.S. Postal Service start delivering mail to Arcadia?
It's from the map merchant at the market. It's just a map.
Oh, good. I've been waiting for you. Hold your horses. What are you doing working for the Guild? Are you planning on staying in Marcuria?
Hell no.
I'd strongly
I'm here for
advise against
holidays.
it, Miss Ryan. Arcadia may look like a pastoral fairy tale realm, but it's not. You bleed as easily here as you do in Stark, and magic can do more damage than a gun.
Oh, so it's like when anyone
I'm
looks
not
at
planning on
London and
staying,
thinks, oh, that's a
but I
nice
had
place to
find
live, and
you.
then
The
they
map
come
merchant
here
was
and it's
the
like,
only one who knew
no.
where you lived, and he wouldn't tell me. So I got him to hire me, and you were the second delivery on my list.
Gods. Carrick and his misguided loyalty. I'll have a word with the man. Thanks for the map, though. I collect them. There's not much else to do in this godforsaken city.
Cortez told me to look you up.
He did he? I see. Who's Cortez?
Oh, for God's sake,
You
really?
don't know him?
I think not. I'd certainly remember. Did you say Cortez? You wouldn't be talking about old Manny Chavez, would you?
How did you make that
Well,
connection?
He ought to be dead by now, but then, by all rights, so should I.
I don't know his first name, but he calls himself Cortez.
Tall fellow, mysterious and elusive, rarely answers a question with a simple yes or no.
Yep, that's him.
Smokes like a chimney?
I don't think so.
Aside from that bit about smoking like a chimney, it sounds exactly like Cortez.
Manny. I'll be damned. That old crook is still around. Well, how the devil is he?
He's good. Where do you know him from?
Oh, my whole life back in Stark. We had some exciting adventures, him and I. Actually, he's part of the reason I ended up here. I last saw him in the winter of 1934.
And what year is it? What April
But
is?
that's almost 300 years ago.
There we go.
Yeah. Funny, isn't it? And I'm sure he doesn't look a day older than he did back then. The handsome devil.
Well, if I'm going to accept magic in parallel worlds, I might as well accept people living 300 years.
Oh, no, you misunderstand. I'm only 46. I arrived here about 15 years ago, but I left Stark in 1934.
What, did you get stuck?
Between the worlds, where you dream time has
Oh,
been
he did.
waiting. I was trapped, you see, for
Okay.
quite a while.
My bad.
For 300 years?
Time went by pretty fast. It didn't seem so bad at the time, but now that you mention it, 300 years, quite disconcerting, really. Quite disconcerting.
I doubt that, because if he knew how to get back, I'm sure he would have done it.
Cortez said to look you up when I wanted to go back home, to Stark.
Now, why would he say that? I'm not a shifter, and I don't know any magic. I'm sorry, Miss Ryan, but you'd be better off asking the Sentinel priests for assistance.
Already did. They said I was on my own, that they couldn't help me.
Bloody typical. Those reactionary fools wouldn't extend a hand to help a drowning man if it violated the principles of their bloody balance. But I can't think why Manny would tell you to visit me in order to shift home. It just doesn't make sense.
Aren't you a shifter?
How did you end up here in Mercuria?
That's what it's called, right? A shifter.
That's quite a story. I won't bore you with the details, but suffice it to say, I was always somewhat of an adventurer. The promise of virgin territory untouched by civilization held great sway with me in my
Virgin
youth,
business,
as did
undefiled.
the idea of a highly spiritual state
Minds
of
and
mind.
bodies, running
The
wild.
occult, magic, karma. I was born in 1902 in Boston. By the time I was 17, I'd put that life behind me. I spent the next 3 years at sea, and then I wandered around Europe for a time. In the early 30s, the 1930s, of course, I found myself in India, working as a journalist. That's where I met Manny, and that's where I first heard of Arcadia. I was amazed and quite skeptical at first, but the thought of a whole new world to see and magic...
Well, it was the
I
30s.
was a fool,
Colour
of
TV
course,
to you
but
people
who
was
knew where my
magic.
curiosity would bring me?
So what happened in India?
I've tried to forget about it, to be honest. If I could go back and convince myself not to... but I still wouldn't have listened, of course. The unknown attracts. I ended up in Tibet in the winter of '34, wading through snow up to my chest, thinking for sure that this was it, and I was going to die. Manny pulled me out of that one, thank God. I spent 3 months in a monastery before pushing on into the void. There's only one way for a non-shifter to pass through the divide. And
Yeah.
It's not an easy road to take.
Now you get stuck for 300
Now.
years.
If you don't mind, I'd prefer not to talk about the past anymore. There's more than enough to worry about in the present.
I should get going.
Very well. You're welcome back at any time, Miss Ryan. Anytime.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I'll remember that.
That helped me amazingly little.
Hold on one second, Miss Ryan. I just remembered something. It's such a long time ago, I'd almost forgotten, but Manny did give me something that might be of interest.
What is it?
It's a pocket watch. Manny gave it to me the last time I saw him. I never quite understood why, but maybe you can tell me.
Did he say anything about it?
He said that when his heart started beating again, he would know. It would be like a message in Morse code, a beacon.
What is it, chameleon
Their watch
arc
never
or something?
worked, and the winding mechanism is broken, so it's probably not worth much. You're welcome to it if it's any help.
Sure. Give me
Thanks.
Cortez's chameleon arc. So what now?
It's an antique pocket watch. It's not ticking. The knob used for winding the watch seems to have broken off, and there's only a tiny hole left.
I get the feeling I know what to do.
It's a push pin.
Yep.
If I insert this pin carefully into the hole, like so, and then slowly wind it... It worked! It's ticking!
Yay.
I did it! It's a shift! I can go home!
By God, it's a shift. I haven't seen one for ages.
Why don't you come back with me, Mr. Westhouse? You could say hello to your old friend, Manny.
If I tried to step through that, Miss Ryan, I would suffer a most unpleasant experience. And I would be lost in the between forever. Besides, I built this house with my own 2 hands.
Well, it couldn't have been free
I
then,
wouldn't
because you had
want
to get the
leave it to
materials.
these barbarians. And what does your Stark have to offer me? This world is more recognizable to me now.
3D TV, other cars.
Now you go ahead, Miss Ray, and go back.
There was a club called
And
Sextasy.
don't let your curiosity of the unknown tempt you into making another shift.
I get the feeling if a 1930s guy
Say
walked
hello
into
to
a
Manny
modern,
for
or
me.
not even a modern, a
Tell him-
futuristic club called Sextasy,
Tell him I'm doing
their
all
minds
right.
would just melt.
Then I said,
Because back in those days, seeing a woman's leg was risque. Oh, what's up, Cortez? What's up, Gunman?
Cortez. Oh, God, it's real. It's all true. I saw it. I saw the other world. Arcadia. Either I'm going crazy or you were right about everything.
Let's hope for the latter, mi amiga? So I gather your trip was a success.
Success? My whole world has been turned topsy-turvy, so I don't think success is the right word. Nothing about it makes sense. Fact is, I don't believe in magic.
The sun does not need you to believe in it to rise in the morning, señorita. You
No
have
point.
seen the truth with your own 2 eyes. I can do nothing more to convince you. It is up to you now.
Well, do I have a choice? I have to believe at least some of it. My life wouldn't make much sense otherwise.
You are a true skeptic, April. Está bien. We need your kind to balance the hopeless romantics like myself.
I do have a question. That white dragon at the start of the game. What does she know about me? Like, she seemed very knowledgeable about April here. Now that I think about it, I could have just asked her for, like, if I knew about the keys and stuff back then, I could have just been like, hey, the balance is fucked. Can you do something about it?
What happens now?
The Minstrom told you about the balance.
He did.
About Stark and Arcadia.
And the Dryad King.
A man named Tobias. He was called the Vestrum, I think. Vestrum Tobias.
Ah, so Tobias made Vestrom. Que bien, good. I knew he would go far when I first met him years ago. He was just an Instrum then, a student of the balance, but he was smart and resourceful. So you know what is going on with the balance?
Yes.
Tobias told me that the Guardian was missing and that the balance was failing. He said this would bring chaos into both worlds.
As we are already seeing, your dreams, your nightmares, they are part of these. You sense chaos more keenly than most, but even they are beginning to notice that things are not as they should be. Like last night.
What about last night?
What you saw, you were not alone this time. There were others, and they saw the same thing. Not nightmares anymore. Real. The first sign of the damage chaos can do. The divide is being breached. It is not yet time for the worlds to be united. A breach could prove catastrophical.
Who are you really, Cortez?
Excuse me?
People knew you over there in Arcadia. Tobias. He didn't know you by your real name, but he did know you. And Mr. Westhouse, he knew you too, as Chavez, but several hundred years ago.
I can just assume he's
my
one of the,
secrets are being revealed, are they?
what were they called? The
I
fathers?
wouldn't say that,
Sages?
because you're still a mystery
That
to
were
me.
sent over
Or
the other
so.
world.
Good. You see, señorita, mystery is important. To know everything, to know the whole truth is dull. There is no magic in that.
There's no magic in Stark.
Magic is not knowing. Magic is wondering about what and how and where.
I'd settle for the truth, just to be able to know you. Because, honestly, I don't mean this in a bad way. You scare me, Cortez. I'm afraid of you.
And you are not the only one, mi amiga. I'm sorry, but whatever it is about me that mystifies you, it will have to stay a secret. There are things even you should not know.
Gee, thanks. That really helped.
Perdóname. Perhaps later, when we are certain of what the future holds, okay? I think I can promise you that, Señorita Ryan. Later. But for now, we must speak of more important matters.
You helped me back, didn't you?
To shift? See? The power is yours, yes? But for now, you need me to focus your powers to call forth your dreams.
Dreams?
Yes. To travel from one world to the next, you must pass through the world of dreams. It is the only way. You are capable of opening a shift on your own, but you might not be able to.
What do you mean?
The power, the magic is within you. And when you sleep, sometimes you open the portal without even being aware of it. But when you're awake, it's more difficult. With practice, you will do it.
I don't think I want
So
to
what,
do
further
it.
in the game, will I get like
You must.
a little option at the
The
top here?
worlds
It's just like
depend on
shift
it.
world. Like open
So what
portal.
do I do?
We must work together, April. I can't do it alone, and neither can you.
But what exactly is it that we have to do?
4 things. We must find the Lost Guardian, we must locate the gateway to his realm, and the disc that is the key to his tower, and we must do what we can to curtail and defeat the Vanguard.
Oh, is that all?
How are we going to find the Guardian?
The moment he surrendered his throne and left his realm, he stepped back into our world. This world, Stark. This is where he was born, and so this is where he must return to.
But he could be anywhere, right?
This city has power, April. Not magic, but the opposite of magic. And it draws people to it like flies to an open fire.
So
All the
so it has
pieces of the
science.
puzzle come together here. You, me, the Vanguard, the Guardian. I can guarantee you that he's here. But where exactly I do not know. I think maybe the Vanguard do. I think they may have him.
If they have him, how are we going to get him back? And why do they need him? Why do we need him?
He left his realm, but he's the last Guardian. And only he can open the doorway back to his realm to let his successor through. The Vanguard knows this. But what they don't know, yet, is how to get there.
Who'd know about the gateway to the Guardian's realm?
That I do not know. That knowledge wouldn't be here in Stark. You must go to Arcadia, study the books, talk with the Minstrom and others who might know.
Yeah, I'm gonna get an
But not
option that
yet.
is just like toggle worlds.
First, we must finish our mission here.
Where's the key to the Guardian's realm?
In Arcadia. The key contains 2 parts. One is the disc itself, the other is the 4 jewels, the eyes of the dragons. That gives the disc the properties of the balance and makes it complete.
If there were dragons in the scientific world of Stark, I think people would know.
Where is the disc?
The disc was left in the care of the Sentinel 10,000 years ago. In the beginning, it was kept in the open, displayed for all to see. But not anymore. Not since thieves tried to make away with it. They will know where it is. Ask Tobias, Vestrum Tobias.
Where are the 4 jewels?
Ah, the eyes of the dragons. They are kept by the 4 dragons themselves. 2 in Arcadia and 2 in Stark. The white dragon has 1, as does the old one. These you must find yourself.
Well, the white dragon knows me, so it's
I'll
okay.
help you with the others.
How do we defeat the Vanguard?
The Vanguard are strong here and growing stronger. Even in Arcadia, they are gaining a foothold. And with the tyrant on a leash, the future looks quite bleak.
How do you know so much about what's going on in Arcadia?
He's probably been.
Voices whisper in my ear, señorita. Voices that I trust.
You're saying the Vanguard are strong here. How come I haven't heard about them?
They don't go by that name here. Did you ever hear of the Church of Voltec?
No.
Sure, they're... Oh, that's the Vanguard?
See.
Then they're big, very big. But why do they... Why assume a different name here?
In Arcadia, they flaunt their philosophy. They preach the destruction of the balance under the pretense of returning humankind to the glories of the past. Here, they cannot do that, so they have integrated themselves slowly but surely into society under the subterfuge of the New Age religion, and they've built a financial empire to match governments.
They have that much money?
The Vanguard own multinational companies. They own planets, April. They own armies.
Planets.
All they need is
So
the
we're at the point
balance,
where we can just
and they will
travel
own
from planet to
everything.
planet.
The twin worlds will be at their mercy.
So, we basically don't stand a chance, do we? Against an enemy like that.
If we hold at bay the forces of chaos, and if we ensure the natural continuation of the Guardian's role within the balance, then they will have lost.
How are we supposed to fight this chaos you keep talking about?
You're the key, April. You have the power to shift, yes? But there's more to you than that. You are a child of the balance. And you... No, that will have to wait.
Thanks.
By just being alive, you counter chaos. Without you, last night might have turned out much worse. That tiny breach might have been permanent.
What did
didn't
April
do
do to fix
anything.
that?
Imagine the power you wield when you really do something. Trust me on this, amiga. It's instinctive to you to fight chaos. You see it so clearly, and you will know what to do. You are most needed in Arcadia, where chaos is a part of reality. The tidal wave will hit there first, and unless it's subdued before it hits Stark full force, we'll never stand a chance. So you will have to travel to Arcadia after we are done here.
Okay, so that's it? Kick some Vanguard ass, find the Guardian, locate the entrance to his realm, and a 10,000-year-old disc and 4 Dragon Eye jewels?
Pretty much.
And oh, April, make sure you do battle with the physical manifestations of chaos along the way, because hey, that's your destiny.
Sounds about right.
It's impossible, Cortez. I can't do these things. I'm 18, I'm an artist. No, not even that, I'm nobody. You can't place all these responsibilities on my shoulders. I can't carry that much.
Oh, but you will.
I will help you, April. Others too, you're not alone.
Well, I feel very alone, and I can't even tell anybody about this. Yeah, hi, how are you? I'm the Chosen One. Can you help me save the world from evil and chaos?
There is no chosen one, April. There are only those who would and those who wouldn't. You have a choice between the two.
You said I had powers, that I wasn't like everybody else.
True, but you still have a choice. Prophecies can never unravel the will of a single human. You are one of many
This is
possible
basically him
paths,
going, no, but you have to.
unfortunately,
I'm not saying you have
most of
to,
the
but you have
alternative
to.
paths have been blocked by circumstances beyond our control. The world does depend on you, but you have not been chosen.
See?
You choose for
He's saying,
yourself
like,
what you are
you don't have to,
and what
but you
will
have
be.
to. I'm not saying the world is doomed if you don't, but the world is doomed if you don't.
What happens if I choose no, no way?
I am not a fortune teller, nor am I a Vinar.
I don't know what that is.
Happen? Something else?
I'm gonna title
That's all I
I'm
can
gonna
tell
title
you.
this episode that I don't know what that is.
But I'm sure it won't be anything good. Not unless you agree to help.
But I can't do it. I'm not who you think I am. I'm not your savior. I don't have any magic powers. I'm just this girl. I'm just me.
The choice is yours, April. As always, the choice is yours.
It's not much of a choice, is it?
For what it's worth? Perhaps not. Still, you need to come to the decision on your own.
Then the choice will have to be, yes, Let's save the world. Where do we start?
Here, in Newport. We must find out about the Vanguard. Their headquarters are in this city, but where? Do they have the Guardian under lock and key? What are their weaknesses? Once we've done that, you must travel to Arcadia. I cannot go there, and besides, I have things to take care of here.
Right. Except, where the hell do I go to find out about the Vanguard? The library? The net?
Valuable information is hard to find. Remember the painting I showed you yesterday?
Yes.
Sure.
The artist, a boy named Warren. I told you about him, yes? Warren is involved in a lot of activities that aren't exactly legal. He has connections. He can point us in the right direction.
Alright, okay. Where do I find him?
My friend, Father Raul at the Hope Street Cathedral, he's had some contact with the boy lately. Ask him.
Wait, did you say Hope Street?
Yes?
As in the most dangerous neighborhood in Newport?
Is it? I don't usually follow the civic affairs of the city. I remember Hope Street when they first built it, a clean neighborhood.
That must have been a very long time ago.
Still, I'm sure you'll be safe. You're a girl, no? A self-respecting gentleman would never harm a girl.
Of
The
course.
self-respecting gentleman part I'm concerned about. Still, I can handle myself.
Yeah, you can, girl.
Father Raul, was it? At the Hope Street Cathedral?
Yeah.
Yes. He will lead you in the right direction. Help you find Warren Hughes. When you're done tomorrow, we will meet up at the cathedral late in the afternoon. I need to speak with Raul as well.
Okay, good. It's a plan then?
Enjoy yourself tonight, April. Who knows what the future may hold? Good night.
You know what? I can't help feel that this is now the start of the game.